Was you in New York with Tupac when he had that run in with Nas?
No, I was in LA. The only thing I heard, so I recorded the making of I filmed the making of the One Nation album, right? So afterwards, I remember talking to Buckshot, and he said when Pac was in New York, he was sketchy. He was looking over his shoulder everywhere and all the time. So I don't know if I don't know why that was, but he wasn't comfortable.
Right, right. So he wasn't comfortable. And I always heard that he didn't even want to go to Vegas.
So for 2 weeks before Vegas, Suge and Death Row wanted Pac to get to Vegas, and he wouldn't go. Right? A number of times I heard him being invited to Vegas, and he didn't want to go. And then September 6th, when I heard that Mike Tyson wants them to come out because he's going to walk out to one of Pac's songs before the fight, I knew something was going to happen in Vegas. Something felt funky about Vegas. And that's why I convinced my partner, Tracy, and our staff to go out to Vegas.
From your point of view, right, with everything that you know, what do you think happened to Tupac in Vegas?
I mean, drum, for me, what Vegas, the reason Vegas doesn't make that much sense to me is 4 dudes and a white Cadillac shot him up and got away without anyone seeing a thing. Right? And I don't know. I mean, look, it doesn't add up to me. For it to be him stomping Orlando or them stomping Orlando, and then these guys jumping in a car, finding exactly where he's at and shooting him. I mean, I don't know. It just seems there are too many coincidences for it to be a perfect crime.
So do you believe the whole Keefe D Orlando thing, or you think it's more to it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. The thing that I don't understand about Keefe D is dude's been running his mouth saying these things for 20 years. On every fucking show, everywhere he's talked about this. And then now all of a sudden they got evidence and they lock him up. Sounds like a false flag event. Sounds like a fucking smokescreen to me. It's like back then, Vegas was a very racist city, especially when it came to law enforcement and any black or brown people, in my humble opinion, right? We got in a couple of cabs, Tracy and I, and the cab drivers were racist motherfuckers making all kinds of innuendos about these gangbangers need to go die in LA instead of dying here. And the hospital, it was, so when I see Vegas sheriff or whoever comes on a couple weeks ago and they say, the Shakur family can be rest assured now, finally, after all these years that we've caught the right man. I mean, come on, bro. Come on. That shit was corny to me, 27 years later, you find a guy that was in the car that handed a gun to the guy that shot him? Wow. Fucking, you're amazing.